Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this really cute Winnie the Pooh Valentine's Day inspired nail set. So let's jump right into the video. So the first thing I did was buff my nail tips. Anytime I'm doing character nail sets, I prefer to do them on a long to extra long length nail, so that way I have a little more room to work with. But I did end up painting these characters actually very small because I did 2 characters, so I really wanted them to fit perfectly and I didn't want the characters to get cut off at all. So I did paint them very tiny. I think this is like one of the tiniest characters I've ever painted. And yeah, so you guys will see the process a little bit. I did kind of struggle with filming this just because my phone kept running out of storage. I've been dealing with that a lot, so I had to like keep going back to delete stuff and then coming back and then re-recording again and things like that. So if you see some stuff cut out, and I'll explain it to you guys as we go, but that's the reason why. So I'm going to be doing some French tip nails. I'm going to be using number 27 from Nailzbydev as my base color, and I'm doing 2 coats of this. It is like a really beautiful pinky nude, but not too pink. It is definitely more neutral, so I really love this one. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing 2 coats of those on the nails that I am going to be doing a French tip on. I got the idea to do this really cute Winnie the Pooh and Piglet hanging from a balloon from this Pinterest photo that I found. This is the reference that I was referencing the entire time I was painting it, but I wanted to switch it up. So in the original Pinterest photo, it had like a baby blue background with clouds. It was just very simple. I wanted to switch it up and do almost like a sunset type of vibe. So you will see what I do in a second. I did the baby blue base first because I still wanted it to look like it was like daytime, not quite really like dark, if that makes sense. I still wanted the colors to be very bright and just like very bright, but like pastel at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it, but I had a vision in my head for this nail set. I actually did not know 100% what I was going to create when I went into it. All I knew was I had an overall like rough draft drawn on paper of what I wanted to do. Like I knew I wanted this picture right here on this middle finger, and on the other middle finger I was going to do something else. So you could see I originally go down with white and try to go in with this orange and make it pastel, but this orange is a very green toned orange. You can't even tell right now, like just looking at it like this, it looks like a regular orange color, but you can definitely tell it's more like a pumpkin orange, and pumpkins are actually way more of a green tone orange, not a very vibrant. So you guys will see in a second what orange I switched to, and you can literally immediately tell the difference. So color theory plays a big role in everything that you do when you do nails. You can see I switched to this orange and it just matches the vibe way more than what the other color that I had originally. The other color was way more of a pumpkin yellow orange, and this is perfect for the sunset look I'm trying to do. So I'm going ahead and sponging on an ombre just of a three color ombre: pink, orange, and baby blue. And I felt like this was going to give me the perfect vibe that I wanted. So this nail set, I put a lot of love into this nail set. It like took me so long to make. I have this cut down to 24 minutes. I've been editing for a while now, a few hours basically, because this set took me around close to a little over 4 hours to make. So it definitely took a long time, and that's why my phone kept running out of storage, and that's why I had to keep like going back and forth with the video footage and everything, and I was really struggling to record it. But I love recording these nail sets for you because I actually get asked to recreate or get asked for the video a lot whenever I do character sets like this, and I'm so sad because I wanted to get it up for you guys before Valentine's Day, but I did not have a chance to do that. I have just been feeling so down, and honestly, I was feeling a little under the weather as well. So I just have been out of it, and I haven't been posting as much just because of that. So I've just been behind the scenes trying to get my life together and just like, you know, push through. So I was like, you know what? I'm still going to upload it because the set turned out so cute, and I just want to show you guys how I did it, regardless of how much footage I did or did not get, and you know, everything like that. So I'm going ahead now and painting on some clouds. I did already cure the colorful ombre background. Anytime you want to do an ombre with a sponge like that, I just use a makeup wedge sponge. I get it in a big pack from Amazon. I think they're in my Amazon storefront, like the exact sponges that I use, and I just basically go in layers. I flash cure for like 10 seconds in between each layer because the layers are so thin. You do not need to go in and cure every single layer when you're doing a sponge ombre. You do not need to go in and cure it for 60 seconds every time. You will lose a lot of your time like that. So just flash cure it, you'll be good to go. And then once you get the color payoff that you like, you can do like a quick 60-second final cure, and then you can go back on top with the rest of your design work. So you can see here that I already did the clouds, I cured that, and now I'm going to be painting the pink heart balloon. So I went ahead and did the balloon and then cured that, and then now I'm going to be going in and painting Winnie the Pooh. So I was very, very nervous for this. Really, I was just like so scared, because I knew I had to paint it very small. This was the moment when I realized, like, damn, I'm gonna have to paint this way smaller than I expected. Like, as I started getting closer to painting the full body, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I need to make sure I don't paint the head too big, because then the proportions are going to look super off. So proportions are everything, and I really tried to get it spot on. And I don't think I've ever painted a detailed character this tiny before. I usually try to paint them a little bigger, so that way I have a little more freedom, or not freedom, but like a little more room for error, if that makes sense. Not where I'm going to necessarily make an error on the set, but I have way more space to paint the character, and it's way easier. Of course, painting anything super tiny is going to be way harder. So I'm just going in with a pastel yellow. Like I said, I wanted to keep everything very vibrant, but at the same time, pastel vibes. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's what the look I was going for.
Lighten up, take me on your magic river. Tell me all your dreams align. Sign me up and tell me about the people that you know who are trying to feel alive. So honey, if you need to cry, just come share my pillow and rain, rain, go away. I wanna hear about everything you're ever thinking. You know that I can take the truth. Call me out if you think I'm ever slipping. Maybe I can turn it around. Oh yeah. Baby, if you want us, you know time is on our side. If things are gonna haunt us, we'll just have to put aside. And I'm right here if you just need to cry. Come love, share my pillow and
So I did already start painting Piglet, as you could see, and then I decided to start outlining. So to keep the colors a little less really like bold, I decided to do the outline in this nice chocolate brown. You guys that watch my videos a lot, you guys might know that this is one of my go-tos. This is the triple fudge liner gel from Nailzbydev. It is like a chocolate brown liner instead of a black, and it's perfect for when you want to do more pastel vibe characters. Instead of doing a black outline, you can use this brown, and it looks really cute. You can even mix the brown with a little white if you wanted it to be even lighter, but I felt like it was perfect like this, so I just went ahead and started outlining the character. This is where my footage starts to get a little cut off here and there, so you guys notice a little bit of like some time skips and stuff, or like Yeah, I guess they're called time skips. That's the reason why. But it's turning out really cute. Piglet, unfortunately, her whole body or his whole body did not fit fully, so I was really sad about that. I wanted the whole thing to fit, but there was just no way for me to be able to fit it. I wish that I could have done the nail a little longer, but it still turned out really, really cute, and I feel like it did not take away from the overall vibe of what I was trying to portray here. And my brush is so thin, so it really helps me get those really nice clean lines. And even if I make a little mistake here, like my hands are really shaky, I just go back in and clean it up really quickly. And anytime I make a line that is absolutely perfect and I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up, I would go in with a flash lamp and cure it. Like just those little lamps, I use the Plait Omni light, I think it's what it's called, and I use that to just cure little tiny details, because I will 1000% mess it up on accident, either because of my shaky hands or a bad brush stroke or something, and it can mess up literally so much of the design. So I don't like to risk it, and I like to just cure pretty often as I'm painting the character. So now I'm going to be starting on the faces. The faces always scare me too. Like doing the silhouette of the character is not that difficult. It's more so the faces and like hands and stuff that scare me. So I'm painting on the face here, and I did mess up, so you guys will see me go back and clean it up. I wanted to leave those errors in there just because it's not perfect every single time on the first try. Sometimes you just need to go back and redo it. So here I think I noticed in a second that something's just a little off, and I go back and fix it. And that's just me being a perfectionist. Like it looks perfect like already how it was, but I can't, like I have to go back and redo it if it's not exactly how I want it. So the eye was a little bit too big and a little bit too round, so I decided to make it smaller and more oval, and I felt like that was perfect. And then now I'm doing Piglet's face, which is very hard because you can see how teeny tiny it is. It is literally the size of like, I don't even know. Not even like this Piglet is not even as big as like the end of a Q-tip. It's like so small. So I was really up close to the camera. That's something you guys don't see, but like I was really close to, or not the camera, up really close to the nails, trying to get this tiny little face painted. And then once it was cured, I'm going in and top coating now. I'm using the Nailzbydev glossy top coat, and you could see how cute the character turned out. I really love it. And I love painting characters. It's honestly so fun. I just hate how long it takes me to do, but I do really love to do it. And yeah, so this is how it's looking so far. I like to do the top coat back and forth to really seal in the entire picture, and then cure. So once that was done, I decided to get started on the French tip for the pointer finger. And unfortunately that part did get cut out, so I did a pink French. And then I decided, and the pink French is in the same color that I painted the balloon in. I wanted it to be cohesive, and I honestly had no idea what design I wanted to paint on this French nail. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something still Winnie the Pooh vibes. I didn't want it to be so like just Valentine's vibes. Like I could have just done a whole bunch of hearts, like 3D hearts or something like that, or some lips, or I don't know, but I really wanted to like bring in a little bit of that Winnie the Pooh vibe. So I decided to do this really simple plaid. It's almost like a washed out plaid. You're not even going to be able to really see it that clear later, but I did really add a lot of detail. You just can't tell. Like I did the color underneath of the base pink, and then I decided to do a plaid in a lighter pink, and then I went over it with really extremely thin white lines to really accentuate the plaid effect. And yeah, so you guys didn't get to see that, but that's what I decided to do. And then I wanted to make it really cute and girly and do like these little swirly things around the French, but I decided that I did not like the way that looked. So you're not going to see that in a second because I did decide to wipe it off. But if I would have went in different direction with the Winnie the Pooh design, I think this could have worked. But I just decided to add this on a different nail set for a Hello Kitty one that I did instead. And it worked way better for that set than it did for this one. So yeah, I wanted to do something a little different. So I decided to go in with little flowers. Like I still wanted to keep it like 100 Acre Wood vibes, just a little girlier and a little more Valentine's vibes. So yeah, I do decide to do a little flower and a little bumblebee instead, and I feel like that just worked. Like the little flower gives like 100 Acre Wood vibes, and I feel like if you're living in the 100 Acre Woods, you're gonna give a little bouquet of flowers that looks like this. Like you're not gonna give roses, you know what I mean? I don't know, I think about these little things that people probably don't even pay attention to, but I do think about them. And now skipping over to the ring finger, it did get cut out again. I decided to do a pastel yellow for the base, and then I decided to do a 3D candy heart. I really wanted to do a 3D candy heart this Valentine's Day. Every single year I always want to do it, but I never get the chance to. So I decided to do it on this nail set. I sculpted this by hand with gel. So there's like this 3D molding gel that I used. And I decided to do some honey dripping off the sides, kind of dripping onto the candy heart. Almost like if they're flying towards the candy. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I was trying to go for. So I decided to go ahead and do a second candy heart. I was going to do only one and just do some bumblebees or something underneath the first one, but I felt like it looked off. I felt like it needed two of them, and honestly this was just more work for myself, but I really wanted to add it on there, and I love the way it looks. It's really, really cute. So here I am just putting them on, putting the putty on, or not putty, it's like 3D gel putty. I decided to put that on, and then I'm going ahead in with my silicone tool, and I'm trying my best to sculpt it and keep it almost like a candy heart shape. And I'm using this tool, this like metal tool, to help with that as well. And I'm just really trying to make it as best make it as heart shaped as I could before I cure, because once you cure you cannot go back. So once it's cured, I decided to do this one a light yellow or light orange, like a pastel orange, and the one on top is like a pastel purple. And I'm doing Be Mine. I did Be Mine on the first one, and then I'm doing XOXO on the second one, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I end up doing. And I'm doing it in a red. So that way the red can tie into the red on Winnie the Pooh's shirt, so that the Winnie the Pooh shirt is not the only thing that is red on the entire nail set. So that's something else I like to do on my nail sets, is to like go back in and match colors and make it cohesive in a way that works. Because if I feel like it doesn't work, I will literally go back and just redo it. So yeah, I felt like doing the words in the light red matched perfectly, just like the real candy hearts are red. They have like red words, but I like how it matched the shirt. So here I am basically just trying to fit the word on there, and yeah, I think it barely worked perfectly. I'm not sure if I go back and erase it. I don't think I do. I think it worked out like this. So once that was done, I did go ahead and top coat around the candy hearts. I knew for a fact I did not want the candy hearts to be glossy. In real life, these candy hearts are almost like a matte candy, like they're like mattified. So I knew I wanted to do the candy hearts on this nail set matte as well, but I needed the rest of the nail to be glossy. So I'm very carefully going around the candy hearts with glossy top coat and trying my best to just not really get the hearts, just because that's a waste of top coat. But here I am putting some in the center, trying to put it in there. And then once that's cured, this part got cut off, but once the top coat was cured, I went in with a non-wipe matte top coat on the candy hearts, and it turned out so great. It was exactly what I wanted, which was the candy hearts to be matte and the nail to be glossy, so that it looks more realistic. So now I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did on the other pointer finger right here on this pinky.
Tell me all your dreams align. Sign me up. Tell me about the people that you know who are trying to feel alive. Life can get hard, so honey, if you need to cry.
And then on the thumb, I was very close to just doing another French nail, but I decided to do another sunset nail to tie in the middle finger. So I didn't want the middle finger to be the only thing that had this baby blue color on it, or not the only thing, but like, you know, the only nail to have that baby blue color. So I decided to do it on the thumb as well, but I'm just doing a balloon floating on its own, and then I'm going to be doing some like a bumblebee design. So here I am doing the little bumblebee. I don't know what these are called, like lines, but I'm doing it in like a heart shape. So it looks like two hearts, like the balloon heart and then this heart, but except this is the bumblebee's heart. So yeah, it turned out cute. I really liked this detail here on the thumb, and I'm just trying my best to do the little lines. You can totally see my hand shaking. Like if you look up really close, you could see my hand shaking the entire time. But I do have this whole video sped up times 4, and then of course I cut out a lot of footage, and of course a lot of footage was not even filmed. So basically, yeah, we're almost done here. And then I did decide to do another cute design on the other middle finger for the other hand, but here I am top coating this one and it turned out great. So now for the other middle finger, I wanted to do Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, but as little cupids. Yeah, cupids. They're really cute. I also got the inspo on Pinterest. I will insert the inspo right here.
Been some time since you fixed me. I'll never forget your time.
So I'm almost done painting this first character and then I'm gonna get started on Piglet, but unfortunately that did get cut out. Here I am doing the finishing touches and just curing that, and then now I am doing the glossy top coat. So I did do Piglet holding the little bow and arrow, which turned out so adorable, honestly, and I really loved the way this one turned out. I think this was like one of my favorite nails of the whole set, but this is how it looked all together once they were filed and finished and put in the box. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and enjoyed watching me make this nail set. I had so much fun with it, honestly. It turned out so cute. So if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!